Hello everybody, this is methlokaiju, and today I'm back with some possible, rumored Godzilla vs. Kong information. Again, this is just a rumor. Please take this with a big grain of salt. This is not confirmed at all. Okay, for now, it is merely just a rumor. We'll see what happens in basically the coming months. But this rumor, though, I think is more plausible than the other rumors that have surfaced regarding Godzilla vs. Kong. But this one, I think it has a little more going for it. But again, still a rumor, guys. Still a rumor. So anyhow, this information comes from none other than Sayaka. I know, I've been mentioning this name for quite a while now. So if you do want to see the other things that this person has said, including their surprisingly successful track record, then check my previous video, which does contain some spoilers for Godzilla King of the Monsters. To briefly summarize, this person is a user on the Toho Kingdom forums who mentioned the following prior to them being officially known. He said, Rodan eating a soldier that parachuted, King Ghidorah shooting beams from the corners of his wings, and the King Ghidorah cross scene. He said those things before they were shown in the actual TV spots, and no other leaker mentioned those three things. So that is very interesting. He has said other things, but again, that is in the other video. So recently, he has mentioned things regarding Godzilla vs. Kong. Now, you may be wondering, how does he even know information for Godzilla vs. Kong? Wasn't he a test screener? Yeah, well, it seems he might have changed that narrative a bit, which is why I'm a bit apprehensive about this information, and I'm not going to take his word for it completely. He basically has said that he is a Toho worker that works specifically in the propaganda department, and hence has seen the concept art for Godzilla vs. Kong. I find this to be a bit odd and a bit of a stretch, hence take this info as just a rumor and with a big grain of salt. I know Sayaka has been pretty trustworthy when it comes to Godzilla King of the Monsters information, but maybe he just seems egotistical now or something. Maybe he knows that people trust him, so now he's just spouting random lies about Godzilla vs. Kong. That is very possible. Or maybe he is actually telling the truth and he just didn't want to be suspected in the very beginning, but now that he has information for Godzilla vs. Kong, he just comes out clean. So really, we don't know the exact situation for this person. But anyhow, let's go into the main thing he has said, and that is that MECHAGODZILLA is in Godzilla vs. Kong. I know, it was a pretty big revelation when he said it in the Toho Kingdom forums. We were all shocked. Anyhow, he has a little bit of some details regarding MECHAGODZILLA in the film, like some design details and stuff of the sorts. So let's go over that really quick. So he says that MECHAGODZILLA in the film has the same strong body of Godzilla, of course, but also looks rather different. It doesn't look like any other MECHAGODZILLA incarnation before. It has Godzilla characteristics, but the overall feeling is quite different. So I'm not exactly sure what he means by the overall feeling. I don't know. It seems a little bit weird. And it also has a strong body of Godzilla. Does he mean like just the body shape, I guess? I guess that's what he means. I don't know. So that is very interesting. A different incarnation of MECHAGODZILLA. Again, if this is real. Let's just pretend this is real, okay? Just for now. He also says the hands are similar to claw hands from those toy machines where you like get the stuffed animals or whatever that are pretty much impossible to win. They are basically that. So that's pretty interesting. It'll be pretty cool seeing, I don't know, maybe like Kong being grappled by one of those and then just thrown like a ton of miles or something. I think that seems pretty cool. Furthermore, this MECHAGODZILLA has an evil temperament. I guess maybe he meant malicious looking, because again, he doesn't know any plot details, so how would he know it's evil? So that's why I'm guessing he, I guess, looks evil maybe. I don't know. If this MECHAGODZILLA is evil or has a quote-unquote evil temperament, which kind of implies that it's not necessarily all evil, but it can be turned evil, then does that mean Charles Dance's terrorist group built the mech or has control over the mech or something? Maybe Charles Dance's terrorist group built the mech along with foreign government agencies or something? I don't know. This does pose a lot of questions. Its body and mouth glow red, like, as he said, the Ready Player One MECHAGODZILLA. So that's pretty interesting. It does get some influences from Ready Player One Godzilla, or excuse me, MECHAGODZILLA. But he also reiterates that the design does not look like the Ready Player One MECHAGODZILLA. So that's pretty interesting. He did see some concept art, obviously, and it featured something really interesting. Basically, what he saw is a huge laboratory in which MECHAGODZILLA is situated besides the body of a skull crawler killed by it. So I think this kind of implies that MECHAGODZILLA was already being built beforehand, maybe, or something. I don't know. It kind of seems like something from like City on the Edge of Battle, where like the MECHAGODZILLA is in this like lab or just this giant facility, and it was just abandoned there for some reason. Again, he doesn't know any plot details. So MECHAGODZILLA in the MonsterVerse is a stretch, right? Or is it? So let's go over the reasons why MECHAGODZILLA in the MonsterVerse actually makes some sense. I know, before I was on the side saying MECHAGODZILLA MonsterVerse is never happening, but now I'm on the side where, yeah, actually it could happen in the MonsterVerse. So let's go over some reasons how that's possible, or why it is possible, excuse me. So one of the reasons is that they've deviated a bit from the total realism shown in Godzilla 2014. Obviously, now they're going for a more sci-fi approach and stuff of that sort. I mean, King Ghidorah's an alien and stuff of that sort. So, yeah, they've definitely deviated from the total gritty feeling, the dark tone, and all that stuff from Godzilla 2014, as evidenced, obviously, by Kong Skull Island especially. Another reason is that Legendary already has the rights to MECHAGODZILLA. I mean, how else would they be able to put MECHAGODZILLA in Ready Player One? So they already have MECHAGODZILLA in there. Next is that it is the next natural step for the MonsterVerse villains. So what I mean is that, for example, Godzilla 2014 had Earth Kaiju and obviously Kong Skull Island. Godzilla King of the Monsters has an alien, King Ghidorah. So the next logical step would be a robot or like a hybrid or like a cyborg kaiju. And in one of those three, robots is one of them. So it's kind of like the next natural step. Next, which kind of ties into the second one, is that MECHAGODZILLA is one of Toho's big five, and it's extremely popular. We already have King Ghidorah, Rodan, Mothra, and Godzilla. Those are already four of the big five. And then we have MECHAGODZILLA. It is the fifth, and Legendary already has the rights to it, and it is extremely popular, shown in different forms of art form that are not from Godzilla, obviously, like Rugrats, for example. So MECHAGODZILLA is very, very popular. And the last reason is that this may be the last MonsterVerse movie, so why not just go all out, put in the kaiju you already have the rights in here to try and maximize profits, because this may be the last movie. So it just makes sense to go all out and just, hey, let's might as well just put MECHAGODZILLA in here before we have to give up the rights and just never use it again. So those are the reasons why MECHAGODZILLA is actually very plausible in the MonsterVerse, and why it shouldn't really surprise you if MECHAGODZILLA is in Godzilla vs. Kong specifically. Now, again, MECHAGODZILLA is still a bit of a stretch, especially for Godzilla vs. Kong. I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. Adam Wingard did say, hey, there's going to be, you know, just a clear victor. So, MECHAGODZILLA in there, I mean, it's going to be a little bit weird. Maybe Godzilla and King Kong fight each other. For example, Godzilla wins, then MECHAGODZILLA comes up, defeats Godzilla, then King Kong helps or something. I don't know, maybe they'll go with that. Yeah, so kind of weird, but whatever. So personally, I think they should save it for a later MonsterVerse film, MECHAGODZILLA. But again, as mentioned before, this may be the last MonsterVerse movie, so why not just put it in before the rights to it expire and the MonsterVerse just completely is burnt to the ground. So, again, if this is true, then it seems this MECHAGODZILLA is pretty interesting, to say the least. Who knows when we'll actually know if this is real or not. Maybe they'll show it in the trailers, maybe they'll announce it or something. I'm not exactly sure. If all this information is to be trusted, which again, I'm not completely trusting. I mean, it is from Sayaka, and Sayaka has had a successful track record thus far, but this is a whole big deal. According to them, or according to him, excuse me, he's now a worker from Toho, so I mean, yeah, that's a really big stretch in my opinion. So again, what are your thoughts on all this information? Please tell me in the comments below. Do you think Sayaka is actually being trustworthy right now? Or maybe he's just kind of embellishing all this trustworthiness and everything he has, so he's just making up random information just to hype people up or something? I don't know. We'll see. And also tell me in the comments below, what are your thoughts on MECHAGODZILLA possibly being in Godzilla vs. Kong? I mean, I think it makes sense, but preferably I would want it post-2020, but that's just me. So that's basically our first video. Remember to subscribe, like, and comment. This is methlokaiju signing out.